Okay, let's do this. Annie, have you ever noticed how people treat the word migraine like it's just a fancy Gen Z way of saying you have a headache? It's like they think we went to a branding agency and said, "Hey, headache sounds too basic. Can we call it something more dramatic so I can stay in bed all day?"
Oh, absolutely. It's the identity crisis of chronic pain. To the rest of the world, we're just being extra. I wish people knew that comparing a migraine to a normal headache is like comparing a small rain shower to a Category 5 hurricane. One makes you reach for an umbrella, the other makes you pray for the sweet release of a dark, soundproof bunker.
I know you're nodding right now. I know you've had that one person, usually a boss or a health nut cousin, who looks at you while you're literally vibrating in pain and says, "Oh, I get those too. I just take an aspirin and a walk." A walk? A walk? If I try to walk right now, I will perceive the rotation of the earth and throw up on your expensive shoes.
That's the first thing on the list. It is not just a headache. A headache lives in your forehead. A migraine lives in your entire nervous system. It's a full-body shutdown. It's the nausea, the brain fog where you forget your own middle name, and that weird tingling in your hands that makes you think you're turning into a glitchy robot.
And can we talk about the light thing? Because I wish people knew that when I say the lights are too bright, I'm not being a diva. To a normal person, a light bulb is a light bulb. To me, during an attack, a single LED is a tactical laser aimed directly at my retinas.
It's like being a vampire, but without the cool outfit or the immortality. Just the part where the sun feels like a personal insult. People think we're being dramatic when we wear sunglasses in the office. No, Karen, I'm not trying to look like a rock star. I'm trying to keep my brain from melting out of my ears because your fluorescent lights are screaming at me.
I know you've been there. The squint of doom. You're trying to have a serious conversation while squinting so hard you look like you're judging everyone's life choices. And honestly, maybe we are judging. Because if you're standing there under a 500-watt bulb telling me I look fine, your life choices are definitely questionable.
You look fine is the ultimate insult. I wish people knew that our warrior face is just us using 90% of our energy to not pass out. Just because I'm not screaming doesn't mean there's a tiny Viking with a flaming axe trying to bridge the gap between my left eye and my neck.
Exactly. If I actually looked the way I felt, I'd look like that phoenix in our logo, literally on fire, screaming, and holding a bag of ice like it's my only friend in this cruel, bright world. But instead, I just look tired. And then comes the advice. Oh, the advice.
Have you tried yoga? Have you tried drinking more water? Maybe it's the gluten. Mo, if one more person mentions gluten to me while my vision is literally sparkling with aura zigzags, I'm gonna lose it.
I wish people knew that by the time we're talking to them, we've tried everything. I've tried the water, the yoga, the weird herbal teas that taste like dirt, and the ancient clay crocodiles. Okay, maybe not the crocodiles, but you get the point. We are experts in our own pain. We don't need a quick fix from Google. We need a dark room and some damn respect for the battle we're fighting.
Speaking of the battle, let's talk about the aura. I wish people knew that the migraine often starts way before the pain does. It's like a horror movie where the music starts playing and you know the monster is coming, but you're still at work trying to finish a spreadsheet.
The aura is the ultimate glitch in the matrix. One minute I'm reading an email and the next half the words have disappeared into a shimmering, pulsating blind spot. To the listener, you know the feeling, right? That moment of pure, oh no. You start testing your vision, closing one eye, looking at your hand, and then the panic sets in.
And people don't get the Prodrome phase. I wish they knew that I might become a completely different person 24 hours before the pain hits. I get irritable, I crave massive amounts of chocolate, or I suddenly can't string a sentence together. My friends think I'm being moody, but I'm actually just a biological barometer sensing an incoming internal explosion.
I've literally walked into walls because my spatial awareness just left the building. And try explaining that to someone who doesn't have migraines. Sorry, I'm acting weird. My brain is currently preparing to strike me down with the force of 1,000 suns. They just look at you like you've lost your mind, which, to be fair, is kind of what's happening.
Another huge thing I wish people knew, the cognitive tax. Even when the pain is a 4 out of 10, manageable, right? The brain fog is a 10. It's like trying to think through a bowl of thick oatmeal. You ask me a simple question like, what do you want for dinner? And my brain has to go through a 5-minute reboot just to remember what food is.
Dinner? Is that the thing with the spoons? I like spoons. I've had moments where I'm staring at my keys wondering what they're for. It's humiliating, and I wish people knew how much it hurts our pride. We're smart, capable people, but this condition makes us feel broken, temporarily stupid.
And that leads to the guilt. Oh, the migraine guilt is a whole other beast. I wish people knew how much we hate canceling plans. When I tell you I can't come to your birthday, I'm not flaking. I'm sitting in a dark room crying because I'm missing out on life again, while also feeling like a burden to everyone I know.
I know that guilt is eating you up. You feel like a bad friend, a lazy employee, or a disappointing partner. I wish the people in our lives knew that we are already punishing ourselves way more than they ever could. Every canceled dinner is a tiny heartbreak for us.
It really is. We spend our good days overcompensating, working twice as hard because we're terrified of when the next attack will hit. We're living life in the sprints between the crashes. It's exhausting.
And the hangover phase, the postdrome. I wish people knew that even after the pain stops, we aren't fine. My brain feels like it's been run over by a truck. I'm physically drained, emotionally raw, and I feel like I have a brain bruise. But because the screaming pain is gone, society expects us to jump right back into 100% productivity.
Oh, your head is better? Great. Here's those 50 emails you missed while you were dying. I just want to sit in a corner and stare at a wall for 3 days. But no, the world doesn't stop for a brain bruise. It's an invisible illness with very visible consequences that nobody wants to acknowledge.
You know what really gets me, Annie? The social stigma. I wish people knew that having migraines isn't a personality trait. It's not a choice. I'm not stressing myself out into a migraine. Trust me, if I could calm down my way out of this, I'd be the most zen person on earth.
Exactly. The lifestyle blaming is so real. Did you sleep enough? Did you eat too much sugar? It's like they're trying to find a reason why it's our fault. Because if it's our fault, they don't have to feel bad for us and they don't have to worry about it happening to them. It's a defense mechanism for them, but it's an attack on us.
I know you felt that judgment. The way your boss looks at your sick leave, the way your friends stop inviting you because you're always sick anyway. I wish they knew that the isolation is sometimes worse than the pain. The pain lasts a day. The loneliness can last forever if people stop trying to understand.
So what do we actually wish they would do instead of giving us advice or judging us? It's so simple. Just believe us. When I say I can't do it, believe me. When I say I'm in pain, don't ask for proof.
And please, for the love of everything holy, stop whispering. I wish people knew that when you whisper shout to be quiet, it's actually more piercing than just talking normally. Just bring me a cold water, turn off the light, and leave the room. That is the greatest act of love a migraineur can receive.
I brought you water and I turned off the light is my I love you. Seriously. And don't check on us every 5 minutes. Are you better yet? How about now? If I'm better, you'll see me. If I'm not, leave me in my cave.
Also, I wish people knew that we aren't faking the good days. Just because I'm laughing and having fun today doesn't mean I was lying yesterday when I was paralyzed in bed. Migraines are episodic. We have windows of life, and we are trying to squeeze every drop of joy out of them before the shutters close again.
That's a powerful way to put it. We aren't sick people. We are people who get sick. There's a huge difference. Our identity is Moe and Annie, funny, smart, slightly chaotic, not the migraine patients. We just happen to have a neurological system that occasionally decides to throw a riot.
If you're listening to this and you're the friend or family member of a migraineur, thank you for listening. Truly. Just by trying to understand what we wish you knew, you're already doing more than 90% of the world. You're the reason we can keep going.
And if you're the one in pain right now, we see you. We know the guilt, the fog, and the vampire life you're living. You aren't extra, you aren't lazy, and you certainly aren't alone. You're a warrior who just happens to be fighting a very loud war in a very quiet room.
Man, that felt good to get out. My head still hurts, but my heart feels a little lighter. Annie, I think we've said enough for one day. My social battery is flashing red.
Same here. Let's go back to our respective caves and wait for the Postdrome to pass.
All right, you. Close this app, dim that screen, go find your ice pack. We'll be here when you're ready to migraine with me again.
Stay dark, everyone. Stay strong.
Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.